Hey guys, what is up? Sometimes20 here, or Lucas bringing us another NHL 16 Hockey Ultimate Team pack opening video. In the background is just some packs I've had, just recorded, didn't do any live commentary or anything, just recorded in the background. They're in the background, background. I said background too many times, but today we're doing a question and answer video. I think it was a good way for me to connect with you guys, especially with the game dying down. Good way of making me open packs and stuff like that, but we have some good ones off of Twitter, but I also want you guys to leave your questions down in the comments down below, and I'll use that for the next one. The first question we got here is from Marco. He said, if you could guarantee the Blackhawks success for the next decade, but you have to live with the Clapperton, would you do it? So here's my thinking. If I have to live with Clappy, that means that, one, I get inside access into EA, because, you know, he works there and all, and two, I don't have to see him every day. I can just be like, this is my side of the apartment or house, whatever, this is yours, don't come over here. So I would definitely do it. Just make sure I see him not very frequently. Alright, so the next question is coming in from BNP_Sam10. He said, what are you going to do after you pass college? So if you guys don't know, I'm actually majoring in sport management at the University of Missouri. So pretty much what I want to be doing is the marketing of sport, the sales of sport, just the business of sport, hopefully in the front office of an NHL team or an MLB team, but yeah, just hopefully in a front office of a team working with the sales team, whether it's selling advertising or selling box seats or something like that, or the marketing team, or even the social media would be awesome as well. So, but just something in the realm of sports business. Alright, the next question we got in here is from Christopher Tatarin. He says, if you were starting a team, what 7 players in the NHL would you put on the ice? 3 forwards, 2 defensemen, and 1 goalie. I think this is a pretty easy question, to be honest. There's only one question mark, which I think you can debate. 3 forwards, I think it's pretty obvious. You go Ovechkin, Crosby, Kane. They're the 3 best players in the NHL right now. I'll let you guys decide who's 1, 2, and 3, but I think that's a pretty easy one. I think Ovechkin, Crosby, Kane, that's a pretty dominant line. The 2 defensemen, I think no matter what, you got to have Erik Karlsson in there. Whether you think he's overrated because of his offense or not, he is just too freaking good offensively, and I think he's above average defensively. So I think if you didn't have him, that'd just be foolish. And the second defenseman, I think you can argue for Brent Burns recently. Drew Doughty, obviously, Duncan Keith. But I'm gonna end up going with Brent Burns because he's really the definition of a two-way defenseman. I think, if you ask me, he's really solid in his own end and offensively. So it's pretty much the best of both worlds. So I'll go with Brent Burns. And the goalie, I think it's pretty obvious. Carey Price, he's the best goalie in the world, even if he didn't play, or well, he played like 10 games last season. But yeah, so I would go Ovechkin, Crosby, Kane, Burns, Karlsson, and Carey Price. Alright, next question here is from Ryan or Roadkill. He says, if you could play 18 holes of golf with any other 3 people from any era, who would they be? Now, I already said if you don't like golf and dinner. I'm just assuming this just means like who would you want to spend time with, who would you want to talk to and pick their brain. So my first one, no doubt, would be Ron Santo. I'm a huge Cubs fan, and he was like my main inspiration growing up, pretty much. He was like an all-time great Cub Hall of Famer. He was the radio broadcast guy for the Cubs for a while before he died. And I always did. I did a bunch of fundraising for the JDRF, which is his foundation for junior diabetes, like kids with diabetes and stuff like that. So I did stuff with that. I did all his charity stuff, and I was just a really big fan of him. I have a couple autographs of his stuff, and yeah, Ron Santo definitely up there. Number 2, I'd probably have to go with, I'm going to go JFK. So a lot of, this is going to be weird, but I don't know why. I've just always been infatuated with JFK, the youngest president, and I don't know. I just think it'd be cool to pick his brain. I mean, obviously, he got shot and all, but I just think it'd be interesting to pick his brain, how he went up through the political ranks so fast and stuff like that. So JFK, and probably have to go with Wayne Gretzky. Obviously, that's a pretty cop-out answer, but being a big hockey fan, I think it'd just be so interesting to pick his brain about the game of hockey and just how he processes it and everything like that. So I think it'd be very cool to play golf with Ron Santo, JFK, and Wayne Gretzky. Alright, the next question comes from Hawks Gaming 1112. He says, what is my favorite food? Without a doubt, it's gotta be just like hamburgers and like just steak, just meat, I guess. Yeah, that's normally my go-to at a restaurant. Like, no matter where I go, even if it's like a super duper fancy restaurant, I'm a super picky eater, so I always end up getting like a burger of some sort, or like a steak or something like that. Second honorable mention goes to chicken tenders, because again, like I said, I'm a super picky eater. Like, if you know me personally, you know that. And like, no matter what restaurant we go to, I will always either get a hamburger or a chicken finger. So I'm still like an 8-year-old at heart when it comes to food. All right, next question here is from Sheldon Thiessen, who asked a good question. I get asked this a lot, actually. What made you decide to start wanting to put videos on YouTube? So I've been over this in a couple past videos, but so pretty much how it started was in 7th grade, I want to say. I don't know what year that was, so that must have been 2008, I want to say. I started watching Call of Duty videos on YouTube. I don't know, I was very infatuated with the idea of putting up videos on YouTube. I watched like Jericho, X-Jaws was the man back in the day, and I just watched like those guys and thought, hey, I could do this, right? I'm pretty entertaining, I like to think, which I don't think I am still, but ended up starting trying to do Call of Duty videos, failed epically, moved on to Minecraft, failed epically at that, moved on to FIFA, did all right in that. That's like the only somewhat success I've had in YouTube minus NHL, and then came to my one game that I actually play more than anything else is NHL, and it's been a thing ever since. And yeah, you guys make it possible for me to actually enjoy this, so I thank you guys. But guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know down below. Let me know if you guys want to see more of these. Ask me some questions down below and I'll use them in future videos. And yeah, hopefully you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!